Hey guys, what's up? It's Uberwho, and today I want to talk about my list of pros and cons for League Play. But before I get into that, this is the second half of a League Play game, Capture the Flag on Standout. As you can tell from the scoreboard, it wasn't very interesting on my side for the first half, but the second half kind of picks up for me. But anyways, I'll get into it. I'll start with the pros for League Play. Obviously, it's a competitive type setting, and the matches have an increased sense of intensity and like worth, I guess you would say. Not really worth, but it just feels like you're playing for something more than just going into a pub lobby and stomping on noobs or people who don't play very often. And I like that. I like the fact that it's competitive. It adds something new where you don't have to go into game battles or anything like that and have to like make a team and all that stuff and wait for your matches. But yeah, I like that about it anyways. You also get 10,000 EXP, at least for wins. I'm not sure if that's for bosses as well, but it's automatic 10,000 experience for each game you play. I mean, it's not a lot of experience, but it's nice to level up while you're playing on a competitive side, I guess. And then the last thing I have is that you can learn new routes, I guess, for Search and Destroy or Capture the Flag, and you can learn different spots where you can sit and cut enemies off at. Because a lot of the people that play competitively and play at the higher levels of that, they have different ways of playing the game type than you probably normally would in a public setting. For my cons, the list seems a lot longer, but they're all kind of similar. Like, back when it first started, when the game first came out, I remember that they didn't restrict like anything. I mean, you could create a class however you wanted, you could use whatever kill streaks you wanted. But now they've gone through and they've made it almost like a pro type setting instead of making it its own class, because there's the pro style of play, which is what League Play is very similar to in my opinion, and there's Game Battles, which has kind of its own restrictions on what you can and cannot do. And then there's League Play, where I thought it was going to kind of be an open thing where you could pick whatever you wanted and you could set up classes however you wanted. But they seem to just, adapt the pro style of play, which I don't like. I'd rather just have it open and have it play out that way. But anyways, for cons, they've got restricted kill streaks, restricted equipment such as like half the lethals you can't use, like claymores and bouncing betties. They're restricted on game types. All you play, if you're not in the TDM search list, is Search and Destroy, Capture the Flag, and Hardpoint. There's also heavy restricted map selection. I mean, I feel like I only play like 4 or 5 maps. I haven't gone through and thought about which ones you cannot use, but there's like Raid Standoff, Meltdown, I don't know. I don't even know what other ones you can use. There's only a couple. I'd rather see them just adopt more game types and more maps into it. I understand the fact that some maps one team or one side has an advantage over the other, but in Search and Destroy, when you're switching sides every round, that's not a real big deal. But these last couple of things are more, they bother me more than the restricted kill streaks and stuff like that. First things first, whatever you do doesn't count towards your challenges. What I mean by that is, obviously it shouldn't count towards your gun challenges, because you can pick whatever gun you want and attach whatever attachment you want, but it doesn't count towards like game type challenges like Search and Destroy or Capture the Flag or anything like that. So you don't get the XP bonuses from that stuff. Another thing it does is it counts towards your KD and win-loss in your regular profile, which makes no sense to me, because it should have its own profile if you're going to keep track of that. Because in this League Play, I mean, you're sacrificing yourself to win games more so than people would in public lobbies, or have to in public lobbies. And the last thing that really makes me upset about League Play is that it doesn't really seem to balance the teams very well, where like somebody's a Master Prestige and then there's like bronze people on the other team. It doesn't like do it like Halo style did it, where like kind of like average out the level. So you might have a 50 on your team, but you're a 25, and then there's just like a whole bunch of 30s on the other team. It kind of balanced out that way, but it doesn't do that in League Play, which is it bothers me that because you can come up against a really strong team and just get spanked. But I think that's it about League Play. I hope you guys enjoyed, and try it out if you haven't tried it. It's a fun time. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.